Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 5th of April 2024. So Israel is warning Iran of massive regional war if directly attacked. And this will take the current conflict to a whole new level, absolutely. Whereas the markets ignored the Russia-Ukraine war and also the Israeli-Palestinian one. But all of a sudden they're paying attention to a possible threat from Iran there. The market's down heavily yesterday. Bonds and Bitcoin bid as Kashkari and crude slam stocks. Yeah, Kashkari has said that if he sees inflation continue to trade sideways, then he doesn't see any need for rate cuts. So that's a bit of a negative as well. US stocks were pressured by geopolitical headwinds amid Iran retaliatory concerns. And economic news today, well, it's the non-farm payrolls, isn't it? So depending on what is happening in the Middle East now, this may just be take second place. But 130 will certainly dominate the news for sure. So forecast at 212k, previous 275. So that's what we're looking for at 130. Right, so have a look at the market's reaction to this potential war or conflict with Iran and Israel, and we'll kick off with the Dow. So yesterday, Dow selling off sharply, as can be seen there, but finding a bit of support overnight. I'll look at this in the 30-minute chart. When this hit the wires yesterday, we saw the drop there all the way down to the close of 734 points. So a big drop there in the Dow yesterday on this potential situation unfolding in the Middle East there. You can see the massive volumes. Overnight though, the market has managed to get back above the low, having tested it a couple of times, and now above the close as well. So all eyes on the non-farm payroll numbers out at 130. German DAX also suffering late on in the session, but managing to also come off the 20-bar moving average. Overnight, we'll see that prices are also heading back towards the low. But again, you can see here that we dropped down 100, 150, 200 points, including the overnight. Market back just above the low there, and trying to get back above the 20-bar moving average for the German DAX as well. Again, all eyes on the NFP numbers out at 130 for all stock markets. And in the S&P 500, big bar down in this market yesterday. Again, late on in the trading session, which you can see there, big drop off a cliff. And in the FT100, also down, and then still down overnight as well. Look at the 30-minute chart there. You can see the electronic market moving down. We're way below the low at the moment. It's got to do a bit of work to get back above this in the 30-minute chart there as well. Obviously, if there's war about, or the talk of war, the dollar is stronger. You can see this starting to move back to the upside yesterday. Moved down, moved back up. This putting pressure on the metals as well. So let's have a quick look at those. Starting off with silver. No surprise to see this starting to move to the downside. As I mentioned yesterday, we went up to 27.32, and then they had to get it back below 27, where it's currently below is 26 something or other, 26.75 I think. And if we have a look at the low that's made overnight, 26.27. So you can see how they've hammered this price. It won't be long before they hammer it all the way back down again, and you can see that they've attempted to do this overnight, just there. We see that there. And there's also obviously a flight to quality, wouldn't call it quality though, but to the US dollar, with it being the world reserve currency. So, and again, when you've got a war, that's what happens. Everybody tends to move into that sort of area. But yesterday, silver down, then it managed to rally in the afternoon, but overnight they took the opportunity to shake out. But give it its due. It's managed to rally back, and it's currently sitting just above the low of yesterday, 26.67. But like I say, we've been down to the low here, which is currently 26.27, which we saw in the daily chart there. Meanwhile, in gold, holding its own a bit better. There you can see already bouncing off the overnight low. Look at that in the 30-minute chart, just coming back to the low of yesterday. That's the low overnight. So a bit of a move up. Interesting to see how this was slammed as well with that news from Israel there about Iran potentially attacking them. But interesting there. But again, I say everybody moves into the US dollar when these things start to happen. So there we go. Let's have a quick look at the gold-silver ratio. And starting to move back to the upside. No surprise there whatsoever. It won't be long before we're back up towards the 90 level there. It'll soon make its way up into this area once they can get slamming the price with the futures contracts. Let's have a quick look at the trades from yesterday. And yesterday the market already above the high in the pre-market session, but then came under a bit of pressure, as can be seen there. Got a shakeout. Let's get rid of a few people before we open the market. We then slammed down. We had the short filled, unfortunately, because then it came back to the close and stopped this trade out, and then retested the low. Then we had a potential buy signal, which wasn't filled, as can be seen there. It had run out of time. It already had 3 bars before it was filled. The market then trading back down with a shakeout. And then we had another potential short that wasn't filled, horrible sideways move, and then moving back to the upside, just like we had in Wednesday's trading session as well, except this time there were fewer of the sideways trades. So prices then moving higher, and you can see heading towards the high. And at this point I had to leave because I had a stop tap leaking in the kitchen. And I couldn't get back to this until you'll see in a bit, sorting out that issue. You'll see when I remove the lines from the chart just there. So unfortunately I didn't manage to do that trade, but it was a nice trade, as can be seen there. Too busy stemming the tide that was occurring in the kitchen. So the market moving back down after it traded up to the R1, managing to get back through the high mid-morning but not holding, and then just stuck in a choppy range again, waiting for those non-farm payrolls today. As you can see, the market trading water there, and then in the afternoon moving up with the Dow, and then of course the Dow coming under pressure later on. So there you can see moving up and then trading back down again. So stuck in a range waiting for, I mean, look at that for a range where all of the highs are exactly the same. Just waiting until that news came out, and then the market slammed, which is obviously later than I'm showing here, because this is only 4 o'clock, and that came out at 7:30 last night. So there we go. Let's have a quick look, see what the market is doing overnight. Obviously in the daily chart making its way back, and in the 2-minute chart also above the low. Let's just have a look and compress the chart, see what we've got above, see how far away we are from the DP, which is going to be the first real target, I suppose. But then the close can be a tricky one. The market will need to get through this to head up towards the DP level there. So we'll see. All eyes on obviously the Middle East, but also economically for the non-farm payrolls out at 1:30 p.m. Okay, that's it for this one and for this week. So have a great weekend, and let's see what today brings and unfolds. I certainly say things are heating up a bit geopolitically as well. So with that, have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.